Hey guys, Tony here. So today I'm gonna talk about the Smart Keyboard and Trackpad cover for the Tab S6. I've actually had it. I had it on my review for the Tab S6, which if you're interested, there'll be a card up in the corner for you to watch it. I didn't really talk too much about the keyboard and trackpad in the video because I wanted to leave it for its own video, and this is gonna be it. So with that being said, we gotta look at this in two different ways because it's two things in one. So this runs you about $180 plus tax. You're looking at nearly $200 for basically a two-piece set. So one side of this whole cover trackpad is the keyboard and the trackpad itself, and then you also have kind of this small case. It is considered more of like a slab you add on the back. It doesn't protect the front or the top or anything. It does protect a little on the sides if you were to drop it, but you want to think of it as two pieces. So with that being said, we're going to start here with the back. So with the back, it attaches right here, right? And it's basically using magnets to attach. And the way it works is it covers the S Pen with this little flap, and then you have this other flap here on the side. This flap here is so if you wanted to set it down and just use it as like a tablet or using it for like watching media, you'd pull this out and then you can easily put it as low as you want, or you can bring it up as high as you want. I personally haven't had any issues of this slipping, falling off or anything, and I'm talking about just the back. So keep that in mind. It's been pretty good for me. And when you're ready to work, you'll go ahead and grab the keyboard and trackpad. There is a 4-pin connector on it as well, and as well as the tablet. So you go ahead and pop that bad boy in there, and you're good to go. Now with that being said, there are a couple good things that I liked about the keyboard, but there's some minor few issues that I have. For example, the delete button took me quite a while to get used to. It's really small and high in the corner. It took me maybe like a week to fully get used to it. Even now, I still occasionally miss it. If had Samsung just made it a little wider, I think that would have easily cleared my problem. The second thing is that the quotation button is even smaller. It is so thin, and you have no idea how many times I miss it on the chances that I actually do need to use it. To be fair, I don't need it that often, but if you do, keep in mind that it is pretty darn small. You're gonna have to get used to that. And the only other thing I didn't like too much, it's not that big a problem though, is the key travel. So essentially, like if you look at the sides here, there's a little bit of room that they left on the side for padding. Had they just moved it maybe, I don't know, a couple centimeters over to the side, it would give you enough key travel. I feel that it would be a lot more comfortable. It's something you do get used to, of course, just like anything else, but I think they should have just done that from the beginning. And the fourth one isn't even a problem, it's just me being me, but like I really would have liked it if this was backlit. I don't know about you guys, but I prefer backlit keyboards a lot just because I do write or like work at night a lot, so having a backlit keyboard would have just been fine for me. So overall though, when typing it feels fine, the way it feels when you click has been fine. Something cool is if you were to lift this up, reverse the keyboard and trackpad to the back, and you do this actually will not make the keyboard type anything on screen, which is good. So there's software that prevents that. And another cool thing is you have a shortcut to DeX mode on the keyboard, which is useful, so you don't have to finick through the settings to enable that. So all you have to do is click function, DeX, and you're good to go. Oh, and if it's your thing, you can fit this on your lap and type. I don't do that, but you can. Okay, so the keyboard is good. I give it a solid 7 out of 10. But the trackpad itself is the only thing where I'm kind of iffy on, but I've always been iffy about trackpads in general. So the trackpad is something I barely use because if I'm able to use a mouse, I would much rather do that than use a trackpad. I've always been used to mice a lot more. So using it didn't really change my mind on how I feel about using mice instead of a trackpad. Now this one feels fine. It does go across the screen well. The only thing is that it kind of feels rough and hard when you use it. I can't really put into words, guys. Like I really feel it's something you have to go to Best Buy or anywhere where I have it on display to really feel what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's I don't know, it's weird. And for my usage, I don't think it supports gestures. I've tried multiple times to do 3 2-finger gestures on any kind of variation and I didn't see any. But maybe if there's like a way to enable it that I just do not know about, feel free to leave it in the comment section. And this may seem silly, but my favorite thing about this trackpad is that you can turn it off. And I'm saying it's silly because like you might want to use it, but I don't. So I like that you can turn it off. The way you do that is by you click function and space on the keyboard. It's off, so when I type, I no longer will accidentally make the mouse move or accidentally click on something. So being able to turn it off for me is a big bonus. So overall, yeah, the trackpad, it's meh. I mean, I don't use it. Maybe you gotta try it out to see if you like it yourself, but I'm glad I can use a mouse instead. All right, and that's it. So what's the verdict, right? Is this worth $180? Do I think you should buy it? And look, let's be real. This is expensive. You're already buying this tablet alone, and that alone costs over $600 for it. Do you really want to spend an extra $200, so almost $8 to maybe $850, I guess it depends on the taxes, on this thing? I would say no. if you are someone that already owns this, you should do what I did, and I bought originally a case that came with a case itself that also bends in any angle that you want, and a Bluetooth keyboard. It's not as pretty, and it's not as beautiful as you might want it to be. The functionality is there though, but there isn't a shortcut to like turn off a trackpad, the shortcut to Samsung DeX. You are losing a couple features, but overall, it does the exact same thing that I do now. So I think I'd rather spend $30 than I did on this. Alright, but that's it. So the verdict is, I think you guys should maybe look elsewhere. I'll leave the link to the case and the Bluetooth keyboard that I bought down in the comment section, or in the description rather. If you're interested, buy it there. If not, I mean, it's not that it's the worst thing, guys. It's just for $200, do you really want that just to be able to type? I think you could do a lot better than that. Alright, but thanks for watching this quick video. If you liked the video, feel free to give it a like. If you got anything to say, leave it in the comment section. If you're new, hi, I'm Civil or Tony, whichever you prefer. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.